military story slash perspective slash vessel slash facilitation, where you talk to a different audience than I do,
Yeah.
you know? How long you been out, by the way, Sam?
It's been a year.
I see your hair is mad long.
Yeah, probably a year and a half. I don't know what I'm doing with my hair, Chris. I don't know. I'm gonna figure it out.
Now, that is not military grade, right? I mean, that's too long, right? My boy,
Um,
DeLawrence, he was like, he never cut his hair again when he moved out the military. His hair was down to his back.
yeah.
You could be like that, Sam.
Yeah, and I was putting all sorts of parts in my hair and everything. But I do plan on growing it out. I do plan on growing it out. So we're gonna see how that goes.
Yeah, military dudes get out and just go crazy.
And it's, it's
Just
gonna be
go
it's
to
gonna be 2 years, 2 years in December that I've been out.
Good for you, Sam. Thank you so much for your service, brother.
No problem, no problem.
I really appreciate it. I'll give Sam the thumbs up for all the service. What branch were you in, Sam?
Navy, U.S. Navy.
I know you'd be gone for months. I remember getting emails from you. I don't know where the hell you was in the world. I mean, just
I'll be right
well,
for
you could,
about
huh?
months. The last deployment I did, we were out for about 10, 11 months.
You were emailing me from the. Were you on? Can you talk about that stuff, or is it like
Yeah, yeah.
you were like underwater submarine? I don't know. Boat.
No, 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 no. I was on a boat. I was on a boat.
Okay.
I think when I first met you, I was still on I was on a frigate. Frigate. The last ship I was on before I got out was a carrier. Yeah. But I can send emails. The job that I had, I can get on the phone and talk. If I needed to.
Anyway, I mean, you would be like, I don't know. I can imagine where you were. I mean, you could be anywhere.
Anywhere, anywhere, you know, anywhere.
That is crazy. Like where we at? Antarctic, Africa. I'm like,
Yeah, all over the world.
it doesn't seem like a big deal to you. It's like I don't know where we at, man. We just
It was an experience, Chris. It was an experience, good and bad, good and bad. So,
you should do a memoir one day.
yeah, I should write a book. Yeah,
I'm just saying, man. Don't take that. I be begging my homies. Don't take all this stuff to the grave, dog.
I had a lot of fun in the Navy, though. I had a lot of fun.
That's good. All right. Round up, homies. Thank you for joining us today. I'm Chris Haskins. I will be your co pilot for our short flight today as we fly through the real estate investing world and we talk about short term slash midterm rentals with my friend Sam Coker. What up, Sam?
What's going on, Chris? Always a pleasure.
Yeah, my brother. So, round up. If you don't know, if it's your first time experiencing one of our turbulent flights today, I am Chris Haskins, and my mission and ministry is to raise your financial literacy through real estate investing and entrepreneurship. In doing that, I have to bring on people that are actually doing the business. I don't have time to just be lecturing and teaching about stuff. I'm like, Sam sent me this joint in my tech email the other day. I'm like, you know what? It would be a good idea for Sam to be able to show exactly what he's doing to help you get out there and get your own short-term rental. So Sam has graciously given us an hour of his time to share with us what he's doing and how he's doing it and where he's doing it and all that stuff. Sam Coker, thank you, bro.
No problem, Chris.
Let's get into this. So, give us a little background of you. If people joined us earlier, they heard that you are retired military. Thank you for your service.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I did 20 years in the United States Navy. Originally from Brooklyn, New York. So now I'm out here in the Hampton Roads area, Virginia. Came out here, never left. Um, actually like it out here, you know. But yeah, did 20 years in the Navy, and after 20 years of service, I jumped into the world of entrepreneurship.
Mm-hmm.
So we got a few things going on. Before that, I was playing around in real estate wholesaling. We still wholesale. And then my business partner presented the opportunity in the Airbnb space, so we jumped into it. And here
Good.
we are today. Just finished setting up my fourth Airbnb.
Good for you, Sam. I'm so excited. I want my rounded up homies to know. I remember when I asked you to come on, you were saying you were involved with four, and I think being a successful entrepreneur, you don't have to do everything by yourself. It's like me, got the house, do everything. Even for me, like I have Airbnb properties, but I have them with other people. I have partnerships, joint ventures. I want people to know, like I'm presuming that you kind of do the same thing. You don't have to you're just not the owner and you do the Airbnb. Is that true?
Yeah, that's very true. So the four that I'm involved with, I don't own them. And my name is not on the deed. The first one that we set up was actually in Greensville, South Carolina.
Mhm.
Um, my business partner, they found the apartment, and we just threw money at it and set it up, and then put it on the Airbnb platform.
I love it.
And that one was doing pretty well. We may have to pivot with that one and move it somewhere else because the city out there is they're starting to regulate Airbnbs. So we have that one set up in an apartment complex.
Hmm.
So they have some city regulations coming down the pipe saying that we can't do that anymore. So we're gonna have to move more towards residential with that one.
What's going on, Sam? What's the motive and what is the goal of the municipalities? I'm trying to follow.
I don't know exactly what the motive, other than the reason other cities regulate Airbnb to have more control of it. You know, um,
Mm, that's
so
terrible.
yeah, yeah.
You think it's a hotel group behind this, behind the scenes? Because it's obviously we taking money, mad money away from hotels.
It could be. It could be. I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it. I think that's why some of the cities out here in the Hampton Roads area are regulating Airbnb, is because of the big hotel chains that are in the area.
Putting stress, yeah,
Yeah.
putting pressure. I'm sure they got alliances and all type of agreements, backdoor stuff that we don't know about. But we'll get to those. I don't want to start with. I don't want to start with the bad. I want to start with that. It can be done first. We don't want to scare him, Sam, before we get into get them even try it.
Yeah. There's always many ways to skin a cat.
I
So
love it. All right. So round up while you're joining us today, don't forget set your calendar because there Memorial Day weekend you will be able to early register for the Real Estate Investing Foundations training course. If you haven't already, make sure you there's a link in the video description where you can put your email address so we can stay in touch with you. Real Estate Investing Foundations is going to give you a baseline, a foundation. Where to get started? Do I do short-term rentals, creative finances, subject to lease option, fix and flips, short sales? Oh my goodness, so many ways to get started investing in real estate. And I don't want to leave any stone unturned for all my round up homies that have no idea where to start. If anything like me, when I first started, I'm gonna ask Sam too. There's so many strategies that you can get into. Which one works for you? Do you have money? No money? Credit? Bad credit? Do you know people that have capital? So Foundations is going to give you a baseline, where to start, how to get started, what just to focus on, and moreover, just give you an idea of what's out there. What is available to me to get started? Okay, so Memorial Day weekend, there's a link in the video description. Make sure you have registered your email address so you don't miss all the goodies we're going to give away for that weekend. All right, Sam, tell us how do we get here? You were doing wholesaling. Give us a picture of your business and all that stuff.
yeah, so I started off with real estate wholesaling. Came across one of your videos on YouTube a couple of years ago, and decided to reach out to you, and that's how our relationship started.
Yep.
Picked up a few other mentors, from there, and yeah, the wholesaling business was doing very, very great. Airbnb, I was kind of scared to jump into that world before, because I was just so stuck on wholesaling and just keeping my attention on that.
Mhm.
I already had two rentals.
Okay.
Um,
Oh yeah, we got you.
yeah, yeah, yeah. The one that you were helping me managing that one while I was out to sea.
Yep.
Right. I'm actually moving towards converting that one as well. I
Yeah, you
think
mentioned that. How's that one going, by the way?
it's going good. It's going good. The tenants are still taking very good care of the property. But I think next year I'm probably gonna convert that one to the Airbnb model.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
I think we're leaving a lot of money on the table.
Might be.
Yeah. So right before I was getting ready to retire, I was thinking about what am I gonna do as far as for to keep good income coming in, along with the real estate wholesaling that we were doing.
Yeah.
And I pivoted over to another business, the cash for diabetic test risk business, which is the business that helped me fund these Airbnbs that we set up. And then, like I said, my business partner, he introduced me to what he was doing with Airbnb, and then I jumped in and we set up our first one over in Greensville, South Carolina. Well, my first one over in Greensville, South Carolina.
Cool.
All right, and
how was that one going? How was it going at first?
The Airbnb in South Carolina. The Airbnb in South Carolina was doing very well. As soon as we lit it off on Airbnb, we got bookings.
Good for you. Good for you.
Bad bookings. During the cold months, the traffic slowed down. But it's starting to warm back up. It's starting to pick back up again. Right.
I believe that the warm months make up for the cold months. Yeah. Okay, so you got that one down there. So you're like, okay, you got a taste of it.
So then a partner of mine that I was stationed with in the Navy a couple of years ago, he's from the Dominican Republic. He has about 7 properties over there that he inherited from his mother, who passed away.
Sorry to hear that.
And so he gave me a call. He's like, "Hey, I got these rentals, Sam. They're out there. They're not really doing too good. I'm getting like $100 a month for each unit." All right.
Now, I don't want to minimize that because even when I started, Sam, I was thinking, man, I just want to get $100 a month on this house.
Yeah.
That's a big mindset for a lot of people have that mindset.
So I told him, I think we can make a little bit more if you switch to this business model right here. So he was intrigued and he was like, let's do it. So we flew out there and we set up one of his apartments.
Where was it at now?
It's in Dominican Republic, Santo Domingo.
Oh, you went overseas?
Overseas, yes.
Good Lord, Sam.
I got too much time on my hand, Chris.
Wow.
So we flew over to DR, set up the first apartment. It was an apartment that he was using every time he flew over there, just to stay in. His cousin was living there. So I helped him furnish that apartment, and I cut myself into the deal as far as in a management position. So I manage that Airbnb. Right.
Sweet. Okay.
I take a percentage of what's being made off of that.
Wow.
That one was doing well, and he was like, "Well, I got another apartment that has just been freed up. Let's do it again." Right. But this time he didn't have the capital to invest into it. So
no, we say invest. We're talking about the staging, perhaps.
Staging.
Okay.
Also, the property was a little bit outdated, so he had to add, heating, AC to it. Had to add a hot water tank so they can get hot water.
Gotcha.
And after that heavy lifting, I went in and I completely furnished the apartment. Right.
That's some value you bring to the table. I want y'all to hear what Sam is saying. He's bringing value to the table. Necessarily have to own it, but you don't have to do all this by yourself.
And this put us into a partnership. All right. So now we're 50-50 partners on that deal. All right. And it's been doing very well. His cousin that was once living in a property, we have him boots on ground. He's our chef. If the guests would like breakfast, he can cook breakfast for them.
Wow.
The reviews that we've been getting off of that one have been very great. Right. They love it. Just add in simple amenities like hot water out there on that side of the world, and AC will go a long way. Right.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I stayed in the Airbnb when we went out there, and the Airbnb that we had, they were charging more than we were. I mean, very nice setup, but they didn't have hot water. I can't do cold showers. No.
Hold on, Sam. You come from the military, brother. No doubt you went to places where there was no hot water.
I've been forced to take cold showers. Forced, right? When I'm not just gonna, voluntarily, take cold showers and stuff like that.
Good. At this time of your life, you're done with it.
No, not with it.
Well, there's certain things in life. I'm like, there's certain things I won't do. I don't want to live anywhere where I have to make ice. I want an ice machine where I hit a button and the ice comes out.
Yeah, yeah.
I hear you, brother.
Yeah. So that one is was doing pretty well.
Okay.
So the same gentleman that I partnered with those two properties in DR, he owns the fourth Airbnb that I set up. Right. So those are doing so great. He was like, "Let's do it again." Right.
Wow.
And him and the wife, they got an opportunity to go work in Japan as contractors for a couple of years.
Uh-huh.
So they had this nice big 4-bedroom house in Norfolk.
This the one I'm looking at here you sent earlier today?
Yes.
All right, keep going.
And,
I'm gonna share these pictures in a minute. We'll go.
Yeah, they called me up and they, Sam, I know you're familiar with real estate. I know you have a few rentals of your own. We want to do the same thing, and we want you to manage it. Right?
This is somebody else.
Well, this is the same gentleman that owns the properties over.
Okay. All right. Gotcha. Same guy. So you already set up some stuff, some Airbnbs for him. Let me just rewind. We got 50 people on here. Round up if you're just joining us. We're hanging out with Sam Coker, retired military, now a real estate investor, just setting up his fourth Airbnb. So we're just hearing the backstory on how Sam got here to having 4 Airbnbs, and he doesn't own any of them. All right. Do you own none of them? You don't own these 4?
No.
I love it. I don't people. No. Sam, I love it. You do not have to own the property to get paid on short-term rentals. All right. So now fast forward, you got the 3. Now this is the 4th one. The guys love what you're doing already. So go.
Yeah. So him and the wife, they wanted to rent the property out and put traditional tenants in there, and they wanted me to manage it because they knew I had experience with managing rentals.
Yeah.
And I told them, let's try something else. Let's try doing Airbnb with that as well. So they said, let's do it. I talked them into leaving.
This one was where, Sam? Where did this one locate?
This one is located in Norfolk, Virginia.
So it's in your market. So this is going to be your first one that's actually, you got 3 already in other markets, and this is the first one in your own market.
In my own market, yes.
I hope y'all are getting this. All right.
So he presented the opportunity again, and I jumped on it. They were moving all of their furniture out of the property. And I asked them,
was it the owners lived there? Or was there a tenant there current at that time, Sam?
The owners lived in the property.
They were okay when they lived there. Gotcha.
They lived in the property. They got another job opportunity in Japan, in another country, and they were going to be gone. They're going to be gone for about 4 to 5 years. And they wanted to turn the property into a rental. So we spoke about Airbnb. It'll be the best route for them, and that's the route that they decided to go. So I asked them a simple question: hey, all of this furniture that you have in the property, are you married to it? And the answer was no. So they ended up leaving a lot of the furniture downstairs, couch, dining room
Let's
table.
Take a look at that. I'm gonna bring that in now, Sam. They can see it now. So this is downstairs.
Yeah, that's the before pictures. That was the setup before we went in. Yep.
That's a nice kitchen.
Yeah, nice big size kitchen, island in the middle.
Like a Corian. Is that quartz? Is that quartz?
It might be. I'm not too sure, Chris.
Wow, expensive stuff, brother.
That's the bedroom. That's one of the other small bedrooms that he has set up as an office. Downstairs again.
Are these the only before pictures, Sam?
Yeah, that's the only ones that I added.
Okay, cool. All right, gotcha. Okay, so that's what the property looked like before. Okay. Yeah. So the furniture was in there, and what did they say about the furniture? They weren't married to it, you said?
Yeah, they weren't married to it. So they of course they took their their beds and stuff like that, but the couch downstairs, the dining room table, the cabinets downstairs that I turned into bookshelf, they left all of that behind. All right. All I had to do was furnish the property with TVs, 5 sleeping stations. Right.
Sleeping station.
Yeah. And
It's a 4 bedroom.
yeah, four
So
bedroom.
yeah, 5. So you can hold 10 people. This unit can actually sleep 10 people.
Correct. Correct.
Yeah, good for you. Sleep
Yeah.
10 people. 2, 4, 6. Yeah, 9. Because you got. Tell us about the beds you got in there, Sam.
So I got we have one king size bed that's in the master bedroom.
All right. Is that
Um,
2 people, or do you consider that 2?
I just considered that too. Yes.
Okay, cool. All right.
We have 2 queen size beds in 2 of the other rooms.
Okay.
And then we have a bunk bed, a full and a twin in the last bedroom.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I ain't mad at it, man. I ain't mad at it.
Yeah. So we got to put beds in there, TVs. Downstairs we have a 70-inch
Good
TV.
Lord. You want to go ahead and show them the pictures now, Sam? That's what it was there. So this is where you at now. So that's a beautiful looking house. How long had they been there before you took over?
They were there for about maybe 3 years. 3 years.
Man, you got this joint looking super sexy. So they left that bookshelf there, right there.
Yeah, they left the bookshelf. All I had to do was put things in it. I put things in it. I installed a LED light in there to showcase what was inside.
This is sweet, man. You got a chef cooking here too, or no?
No. If I could find a chef in the area, I mean, we can probably upsell that. Probably upsell that service.
You got a baby thing there too?
Yeah. So if anybody's traveling to the area with little kids, they can put their little babies in there.
Look at that. That's sharp, Sam. That's the queen there.
That's one of the queens. And then 2 bookshelves. We have 2 bookshelves in the back with books and games in there.
Nice. So is this 3 people here, Sam? 2 on the bottom and 1 at the top, or is this 2 and 2? You think?
You probably could squeeze 2 and 2.
Yeah, I would say 2.
Just 2 small kids. They just,
Yep.
I shared beds with my brother before on a
I
twin.
did too. It was a twin too. I mean, I didn't even think about it.
Yeah, you make it work. Yeah,
This
that's
is
the
really nice.
master bathroom.
I think you sent me one more email. Wash and dryer.
Wash and dry setup. Another queen. And
Nice.
master bathroom.
Nice. Oh, darn, got a pool.
That's a pool in the backyard.
Who's keeping that clean? Do you know how to service that stuff?
Well, I'm learning now, Chris. I'm getting schooled on the maintenance of a pool, and I'm not liking it so far. I'm not liking it.
Yeah.
But I had a conversation with the owner, and we're gonna see how it goes throughout the summer.
They're more headache than what it's worth.
Yeah. But
Just
we'll figure it out. See how it goes.
Live and learn, right? Yeah. Live and learn. What do you do?
I installed some safety features on the pool. Just to put my mind at ease a little bit. We have a sensor for the pool gate that speaks to the Alexa system on the inside. So if anybody opens that pool gate up, Alexa will scream on the inside, say, pool gate open. So
that's more liability too, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is it looks like they've got it built. Let me see, Sam. It looks like it's kind of built in a little bit here, right? This deck.
It's an above ground pool. The deck was built around it.
Oh man, that ain't gonna be cheap.
Yeah.
It ain't like most people that I've seen, they just drop them in the backyard. But this is some custom stuff going on here. All this.
Yeah.
Wow.
To maintain that pool is going to be about $80. No, about $60 to $70 bi-weekly for them to come out and maintain that pool.
You just hired somebody.
Yeah, we just hired somebody. Yeah.
So let's say round up. Let's say it's $200 a month.
Yeah.
Roughly. Okay. So yeah, that could eat into your cash flow.
Yeah.
What have you been doing with it during the cold months, Sam? Do you cover it up? Drain it?
The cold months, it was covered up. So now it's closed right now. It's not open right now.
Gotcha.
We're going to I already have a pool service guys coming out to do a green to blue.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna go in there, clean it up, and get it up and running, and then they'll be coming out bi-weekly to maintain it.
Service it. I'm thinking maybe even having a waiver or something saying people sign. I don't know, man. I mean, yeah, my stomach does get funky when I'm looking at this.
Yeah. So it's already that this property is already booked up until the end of July.
So tell me about that. When you first listed it, tell me a little bit about how that came together. So you got it all staged up, boom.
But before all of that, Chris, going into this with the idea that we were going to be renting this thing nightly, right? And the city's just shutting that down, right? And this is why I was
Tell us about that. All right, let's
looking forward to the training that you put out, right? Which is very, very insightful and put my mind at ease, right? Especially when you said that you had listed a property that was unfurnished and it got bookings instantly, right? So the city in the city of Norfolk, you have to register your property with them if you're going to do a short-term rental. The property has to be registered, and you also have to pay. It's a little bit over $1,000 to even start that process. Right?
What process, Sam?
To put the application in to be approved for a short-term rental. You're gonna pay the city over $1,000, right? Then we had to pay this. We had to pay for a site survey. This is before you can even sit down at the table with them to talk about doing a short-term rental, to fill out the pre-application, right? You have to get a site survey done to provide the measurements of the property.
They want a full survey.
Full survey, right?
That's 400. What is it? 450?
We paid a little bit over 500. I think it was like 525 or something like that.
That's 500. Damn, dog. So you're 1,500 in walking in the door.
Yeah. So I didn't even get to put the application in, right? This was just to be considered to put the application in, right? And once they say, hey, you can put the application in, then you got to cough up another. I think it's a little bit over. It might be like 1,800, if I'm not mistaken, to get the application.
You joking, Sam?
Or close to that, but it's over $1,000, right?
This is terrible, dog. This extortion, man.
Once they got the site survey, the city of Norfolk said you can't do a short-term rental. Per what they had in black and white, what they had in black and white, we had to have 4 parking spaces for each bedroom.
4 parking spaces for each bedroom.
We had to have 1 parking space for each bedroom. It was a 4-bedroom, so we had to have 4 parking spaces.
Right? Gotcha.
We have a 2-car garage, and we have a driveway that can comfortably fit 2 cars. But per what they have in black and white, a garage is only considered 1 parking space. So this took us down to only 3 parkings.
So a 2-car garage, is that a 1 or 2-car garage?
It's a 2-car garage.
How is that even possible, Sam? A 2-car garage is considered 1 parking space. That doesn't compute for me.
Yeah, it's in black and white. They just have garages are considered 1 parking space. It doesn't say the size of the garage. It doesn't leave it up to discussion. It just says the garage is considered 1 parking space.
Man, right? These fools.
This immediately chopped us down to 3 parkings. So they said, you can't even put the application in. Right? Saved us some money, but you can't put the application in. Mm-hmm. So I had a conversation with them. I said, well, what if we, do 30 days or more, 30 days or more for this property? And they said, well, as long as it's 30 days or more, it's not considered a short-term rental, so you're good. Right.
So 30 days or more. Now I'm round up homies to know that. 30 days or more. So tell us, how does that look, Sam?
Well, you just put it on there for, you cannot rent this property for less than 30 days.
In the online platforms.
In the online platforms, right? Airbnb, Vrbo, right? And the other platforms that are out there. Right.
That's something, man.
So once we put it up on Airbnb, I put it up on Airbnb, Furnish Finders, and Vrbo. We got a hit on Airbnb and we got a hit on Vrbo.
Okay.
Right, immediately. All right. First hit we got was on Vrbo for the month of July, and then the second hit we got was on Airbnb from April all the way up until July.
Sweet. April, May, June. 4 months. Okay, up to July. It's 3 months. That's cool. So no doubt you're making good money on that.
Yeah, we captured a little bit over 16,000 before expenses.
All right. Before expenses. Good for you, Sam.
Yeah. So yeah.
That's a slam dunk right there, bro. Y'all give Sam the thumbs up on that, man. Wow.
So the first guest that booked with us, military officer, is coming in with his family. They're getting a home built, but that process got delayed. He's gonna need a place to stay for that month. Right. He's gonna be the captain of a submarine out here in Norfolk. And then the second booking, we got some contractors that are working on the tunnel. So they
The
scored a
tunnel?
contract them, and they're gonna be there for a couple of days. So they might be return guests. They're gonna be working on that tunnel for a couple of years.
Yeah, that's I think more than that, like 3 or 4 years, right? 2025 is what I thought they were saying.
Yeah.
Finally get a double tunnel, y'all. Finally. Now you can come to Virginia Beach without being backed up in traffic in 3 years.
Yeah.
In 3 years. So
yeah.
I'm happy for you, Sam.
It's pretty cool, Chris. I was kind of nervous once the city told us, hey, we can't do the short-term rentals, but
that's where I was going next. I want to know about that, but let me reintroduce you. Roundup. We're with Sam Coker here today. He's doing his fourth short-term / midterm rental, short-term / midterm rental, and just telling you how he set it all up, the challenges that he faced dealing with the municipalities, how he had to pivot, because being an entrepreneur, you pivoting is the norm. Where things go regular is not average. I mean, it's not normal. Like change is normal. So get your questions in the chat. Members' questions answered first. If you want to be one of our members, there's a join button right there. It does not work on an iPhone. I don't know why. Members' questions answered first, just to give you busy professionals and entrepreneurs a little bit something extra, right? It's going to cost you nothing more than a Starbucks coffee a month, and it helps me bring people like Sam on and to take time out of my day to bring you information to help you with your investing career. And don't forget, Labor Day weekend roundup, Real Estate Investing Foundations. We're going to show you 15 proven ways, different strategies, how to get started in real estate investing. After you go through this course, you're going to have 15 different avenues, different streams, different legs that you can say, this might work for me. Wholesaling, seller finance, subject to foreclosures, short sales, BRRRR. So many different strategies that you have to understand which one is going to fit you. And my boys, Mike and Dan and Dave, are going to contribute with investing in land. So Memorial Day weekend, if you haven't registered your email address, there's a link in the video description below so you can be notified when we're going to drop it. And we're going to give some special goodies out on that weekend. So your email address, there's a link right in the video description if you want to give us your email address. So you know every time we have a training on and when the Real Estate Investing Foundations training course gets dropped. Okay, Sam, what was your mind thinking? Get your questions in, Roundup. Questions in a box. Tell me about your mind when the man says, "Oh, you can't do that."
I was nervous. Because I had already started investing money, into this thing.
Not only you're liable for the guy that's looking at you to be a producer, right? Your friend.
Yep.
You got to manage it. Mortgage payments coming up for him, no doubt. I mean, I can imagine the sweat beads, your stomach. I mean, what's going on?
Yeah, so I definitely had to have go back and have that conversation with him, because we had already projected to make a certain amount,
whatever, $3-4 grand a month, whatever. That's a beautiful house.
Yeah. And going back to him saying, hey, we can't do the short-term rental, or the city is saying that we have to do this, that, and the third.
This before you decided to do it's kind of like a 30-day rental thing.
Before that was even a thought, right? And I think I wasn't even thinking about that until I had a conversation with you, right? And you had introduced me to Clarence, right, at one of your properties, right? And that's why I was really, really looking forward to that course. It really, really helped me wrap my brain around, the direction that we needed to go in, instead of just focusing on the short-term rental route.
Every day, or like week turnovers or a couple of days. So you went through that course. That's cool that you had the wherewithal to look into it, and you didn't say you didn't just give up.
No.
So go ahead. You went through that. Go.
Yeah, we're gonna make it work, and then kind of put the owner's mind at ease a little bit when I told him, hey, there's still a direction that we can go in. Right, if we can't do this, we can do this, and we can still capture this amount. Right, which still made him happy. Right, the mortgage is gonna get paid. Right, no expenses out of pocket, and he still gets to put some money in his pocket at the end of the day. Right.
Because the mortgage is what, Sam? If you don't mind me asking.
His mortgage is $1,800 a month.
So 1,800, is that taxes and insurance?
Yes.
Was he under the premise that he could even make any money on this thing from a regular tenant?
Well, when they went into this, the mindset was just to take care of the mortgage. They weren't looking to put anything in their pocket. They just wanted to, while they were in Japan, right, have somebody in there just to take care of the mortgage, right?
I want y'all to hear this. That's big, Sam. Because this is not. He's not just one person out of millions. You know, there are a whole lot of people that fall in this category where they just want to get their mortgage paid.
Yeah, and I think the average rental amount in that area was around. They probably could have stretched it to around maybe 2,500, 3,000.
Yeah, but Sam, we both know you don't want to. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm sorry. You said 2,500.
Yeah, 2,500 to 3,000 a month if they were to go with the traditional tenant landlord relationship, right?
Okay.
And just put a tenant in there, right, long term.
Okay.
All right.
So they're looking like. Go ahead.
If we're going the midterm route, we were able to stretch it to around 6,000 a month, a little bit over 6,000 a month, which is decent. It's good, right? And I think that we could probably squeeze it for a little bit more.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful house, Sam. Beautiful looking house. I'm telling y'all, man, this is big. This is big. A lot of people just want to get their mortgage paid. Everything you give them, that's why they love you, Sam. I wanted to talk about this in one of my videos. You're doing above and beyond. You're giving them more than what they ask for. That's a trait of a true millionaire. Give people more than they ask for. Do more. Money fall out of the sky.
So now it's just rinse and repeat.
Rinse, repeat. Good for you, Sam. So I'm gonna get some Q&A. Sam, tell us a little bit about the arrangements. How did you split it? What do you pay? Or I don't know how deep you want to go into that.
So for this one, for this particular one, being that I went in and furnished it, he left some of the furniture there. We're also doing a 50-50 partnership with this one also. We're going to split the profits down the middle. Once all expenses are paid, we'll split the profits down the middle.
So you pay for all the staging minus whatever they left?
Yes.
I want you guys to understand Roundup. Let me frame this up for you. Sam has never qualified for a loan on his property, right? He doesn't own it. Didn't have to go to the bank. No credit, no tax return, none of that mess, right? He doesn't own the property yet. He manages it let's say he manages it with, because you're not a property manager, with the owner. With the owner, he's making passive cash flow from a property he doesn't even own. I want y'all to get this. This is, some of us will get it, some won't. Sam, where's your mind just around that whole fact there? The fact that you can do what you do.
Sky's the limit. There's no limit, right? As long as you have the capital to stage and furnish a property, you have a friend that's, leaving the area, or you have a friend that's talking about, I want to rent the property out. You say, no, let's do this and I can help you, right? And you can, like you said, provide value, right? And work yourself into the deal.
I'm loving it, Sam. My link doesn't work on the desktop either. Oh, it must be a Mac. Chris, thanks for letting me know. I don't know, people. Sam, that's all I got, man. We'll get to some Q&A. Anything else you want to say before we get to a couple questions here?
I can't think of anything else. Just look for the opportunity. The opportunity presented itself for me, and I jumped on it. There are tons of landlords out there that need help, that probably need to know about this. So if you know any, you probably can show them a different direction, and work with them. Yeah.
Tons. Sam, what about the dollar amount that you spent for staging?
So for the property in Norfolk, we spent a little over 11,000 staging that one.
That's high.
I didn't have to. Yeah, it's kind of high. I put some extra bells and whistles in there to sound it up.
Tell us about those bells and whistles.
We for the one in Norfolk, we have an Alexa system in there.
Mm-hmm.
And that is set up as a concierge for the guests to come in. Just something cool for them to play with. I think I sent you a video of the greeting that Alexa can be set up for the guests. So when they come in, the first guest was able to come in, ask Alexa to open the welcome guest message, and she would then engage with the guests, asking them if they want to go over the house rules. She can then repeat the house rules. Anything else that we wanted them to know, she let them know. The garbage days to put out the trash. Not that we don't want any shoes upstairs on the second floor. Certain commands that they should know about if they want to control some of the lights downstairs, because she has access to control, turn off and turn on the lights, the TVs and stuff like that.
Sweet.
So yes, as soon as they come in, like, hey Alexa, open welcome guest message, and she'll greet them by name. She'll greet the guest by their first name, the one that checked into the place, and then give them the house rules.
That's so cool. Yeah. Sam, good for you. I'm so happy for you, brother. I've seen you come up the ranks. We're all still just coming up the ranks. You got to kind of put your time in. For somebody new, Sam, what would you give them to kind of say? I feel like you kind of have your marching orders. You kind of got a little system going. What could you give somebody new that hasn't started their first Airbnb that they don't? We'll call this Airbnb arbitrage.
Yeah. Oh, don't be nervous. Seek out a mentor. Like Chris, somebody that's already experienced and can guide you in the right direction, so you're not bumping your head against a brick wall. But just jump out and do it. There's definitely a lot of money to be made doing it. Look for the opportunity. There's tons of opportunities out there. All right. I think next for us, we're going to be targeting, landlords that are going through the eviction process, right? To see if we
love you.
Try to turn things around for them, right?
They're gonna love you, Sam.
Especially a lot of the old timers that don't even know about Airbnb, or not even thinking about that. Right?
They don't even know about it. I didn't know about it. Shoot, so somebody pulled me onto it, But Sam, that 11,000, you had that set aside, or were you waiting for this day, or what did you do, and what would you recommend for people?
I mean, for me, the 11,000 was set aside. My diabetic test strip business was funding that. But you can start off small. It doesn't have to be a 4-bedroom house. It can be something as small as a 2-bedroom. It can be something as small as a
1 bedroom.
1 bedroom. The 2-bedroom apartment that we staged over in South Carolina. I spent a little bit over, it's about $6,000 for that one. The 2-bedroom home over in DR, around $5,000, if that. 1 bedroom, you'll probably be in it for about $3,000. So,
gotcha. Good stuff here. All right, let's see. Round up. Get your questions in. Get your questions. They got something.
Yeah, you can even talk. You can even talk if you find a homeowner, if they're not married to the furniture. As much things that they can leave behind. Right.
That's true. Good
That'll
point,
save you money from buying it. All you got to do is just shine it up.
Yeah. Carl, what's up, buddy? Lexi, Chris, how you guys doing? Thank you so much, Chris, one of our members. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. I don't know why the link is not working, but if you haven't registered your email address for Real Estate Investing Foundations, there's a link right below in the video description so we can notify you when the training course comes out. And it's not going to be much. I'm not hitting you in the head. I just want you to get the data so you know which way to start. Carl, is it just the city of Norfolk that has this application process, Sam?
I think it's Norfolk
and
Virginia Beach, to my knowledge, that I know about so far. I don't think Chesapeake has one. I don't even think Chesapeake is allowing it in certain areas.
They're not allowing short-term rentals?
I don't think they're allowing it in Chesapeake. I could be wrong, but I don't think they are.
I know Clarence got a bunch of them. I'm not sure either. Miss G, how can I get business funding to start my Airbnb business? Sam?
If you have a regular 9 to 5, you can start putting money to the side.
Saving up.
You can borrow money from a friend. You can partner with a few friends.
That's what I would do.
To get it set up. Right, so
credit card. Really, Miss G, we're just talking about the staging, right, Sam?
Get the staging.
That's the biggest thing. I mean, I don't know what we spent, probably $7,000-8,000 on our 4-bedroom, but I'm going to give you a link also to Fund and Grow. I'll give you that, Miss G, if you want to email me, or I'll put it in the video description for business credit. Chris, are you looking for more investors to obtain more Airbnb? Sam, look at that dog.
Of course, always.
Passive income. That's right. Suave House. Let's get to some more Q&A roundup before I get. Oh, okay, we'll do that. What are the benefits of Airbnb over long-term landlording, Sam?
It's more money. It's more money.
I mean, let's talk about both. Let's dig deeper into that further. Benefits and this pros and cons.
More
money is the first thing.
Pros, more money. Pros. Another pro, in my opinion. With the turnover, you still have people coming in to clean and maintain the property, right? So the property is being well maintained.
There you go. Stays a lot cleaner, in my opinion. I mean, you don't even know people, and when they rent it, they're not there all the time.
Yeah. Well maintained. And that's what I can think of for the pros. More money.
We did that one, Sam. We more money. Yeah. It costs a little bit more to set it up too. You're gonna have to have access to some capital. So it's not like you can't just jump in it like a landlord and rent out a vacant property. Well, you know what? Let me take that back, Sam. If you let the short-term tenant know it's vacant, they might bring their own stuff. I don't know. You could try it. I almost did it, but I didn't.
Yeah. If they're local,
they want to bring their own stuff.
And they're in between moving, they might just drop their stuff off there.
They could. Sam, bad things, cons for short-term rentals.
Well, with everything, there's always the bad that comes with the good, right? Your guests, right? You can't control your guests coming in there and just
smoking and drinking,
smoking and doing the wrong thing, right? And of course, you're gonna have to smack them a little bit on the wrist a little bit, but they still come in there and smoke. Now you gotta go in there and get the property ready for the next guest, right?
Yeah.
Property over in DR. Just a little story about the property over in DR. Yeah, my business partner on that deal, he wanted to put a nice couch, nice white couch, right, in the property. And
leather?
No, it wasn't leather. It wasn't leather. And we had a family come in there, and it looked like like the parents purposely let the kids just trample and run all over this couch. Right? So when they checked out, my host gives me a call and was like, "Hey, they destroyed the couch." Luckily, we were out there in DR at that time, so I can come over there and guide them on what to do. Right, so we had to really disassemble this couch, scrub it down, right, and get it ready for guests that were showing up in about 3 hours.
Wow, that's something.
Yeah, so I mean,
you got lucky with that, bro.
Yeah, we did.
Being there,
we did.
Got lucky with that.
So wear and tear. You might have guests that come in and destroy the property, right?
We're not going to destroy it all. I mean, it's only something much they can do overnight or 2 nights.
Yeah, you'd be surprised, Chris.
Right. Well, have you had somebody tear up one of yours?
Not mine, but I've seen some things on YouTube.
It could happen. I mean, that could happen with a regular tenant.
How
about time, Sam, regarding effort? Long-term tenant, short-term tenant.
Well, long-term tenant, there's definitely going to be more wear and tear to the property, right? When you do a turnover after a long-term tenant, you're gonna have to put some some money into that property to get it ready for the next long-term tenant. Mid-term, well, short-term, like we said, it's constantly being maintained,
cleaned out,
right? So unless they come in there and destroy the property, you don't really have too much to worry about with that.
They're checking it every week, every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
How about your time commitment? Because with the long-term tenant, there is really no time commitment. But I want people to know Suave House.
Yeah, with the long-term tenant, you kind of set it and forget it, and you just wait for the monthly checks to come in. Right, you're not really going over there unless the tenants give you a call and say, hey, something broke. Right. Short term, you got to constantly have your eye on that. Whether your cleaning guys are going in there and reporting things to you, or you're doing it yourself. Right.
Yep. So I want people to Suave House and everybody. You got to know it ain't like a set it and forget it thing.
Yeah, and
Nobody cares about your house more than you.
yeah, and unless you hire a virtual assistant to handle bookings and hosting, you have to handle all of that yourself.
Still, I mean, you have to oversee the overseers. There is no passive, in my opinion. There is just no passive income, completely passive income in real estate, other than maybe the mortgage company. I mean, they just loan money out, but you got to manage the managers. You got to make sure that they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. So, all right, let's keep going to Q&A. I got a few more questions, but make sure round up. I got to make sure I'm pulling your coattails with Sam Coker sharing his 4th Airbnb story with us today. And Real Estate Investing Foundations, if you haven't registered already, there's a link in the video description where you can put your email address. I want to stay in touch with you. Make sure you know when Real Estate Investing Foundations drops 15 proven ways for you to get started in real estate with no experience. What's best for you? Which exit strategy? Which strategy should you get started with? Fix and flip, subject to creative financing, seller financing, land, all that stuff. We're going to cover it all right here, including my boys Dan and Dave Barrero and Mike Fritz. Where do you start? How did you know? Well, let me ask you, Sam, how did you know where to get started when you were doing real estate? When you first got started?
Well, I went to YouTube. Like I said, I stumbled on one of your videos, and that started my journey into the world of wholesaling. Right?
Gotcha.
But yeah, YouTube has been a constant source of information for me.
No doubt. Yeah, no doubt. Comments. Let's see. For Lexi, good experience walking in first thing. That's right. Great. Good job, Sam. Journey with Joe says good job.
Thank you.
Suave House, how do you calculate projected income for the property, Sam?
So we use the AirDNA.
There you go. Somebody's right here.
For that property, yeah.
Joe said the same thing. Got to get a subscription to that. Lexi Lou, I'm not going to say this too loud. We got to talk about this diabetic test strip stuff. I hope somebody hears me about this today. I'm not going to say anything, but... All right, Sam, how do people get in touch with you? Chris Beats wants to know, how do we get in touch with you, my friend?
I just set up my Instagram page.
Sam, you just...
Yeah,
Lord
I'm slow when it comes to that. I had to be forced to set up a Facebook page a couple years ago.
Facebook, y'all, get in touch with Facebook. That stuff is done.
But my Instagram is Samuel Coker 80.
Samuel
Samuel Coker COKER 80.
Put it in the chat there, y'all, and I'll put it in the show notes, the video description as well.
All right. Facebook is Sam C Coker, and business email is eiginvest with an S after the T @gmail.com.
Sam, you can email me all that, and I'll put it in the description too, so people can get in touch with you.
Okay.
Joe, AirDNA, good platform. Yes, he did. Yes, AirDNA. That's what you're using, right, Sam?
That's correct.
That's what I did. Just go right on there. Sam, tell them how you do it. That's right. Good for you. Carl, it pro seems like there's already Airbnb VRBO community where there's ready demand for your property. Yep, look it up. That's it, Sam. That's been really cool, man. This has been an awesome conversation. Register for your email, y'all, so you don't miss Real Estate Investing Foundations. Final thoughts, Sam. We'll let you get out of here. Help my roundup homies. Push them. Push them off the fence.
Don't be scared to do it. Don't be scared to do it. It's not that hard. It's very simple. Very easy. Look for the opportunity. There are tons of opportunities out there. Tons of them. Right. Tons of people that need to know about this. That need help. That are probably doing things the wrong way.
And you mean I shouldn't buy a house and try to get $100 a month cash flow? You know, it's so crazy when I say that, because I remember hearing when I was getting $100, that was the thing to do. In reality, when you think you're gonna make 100, one vacancy wipes that out for the entire year.
I've been there.
Yeah. That's where you were when I met you.
Yeah, been there, going through it.
That's exactly. That's why I'm like, I am you. I've been there. $100 a month. You think you'll get $10,000 a month? Then I'll take. Nah, don't work like that. Don't work like that.
Going through it.
All right, Sam. Thank you so much, brother. It is an honor.
Thank you, Chris.
All right, Roundup. Subscribe to the channel. Huh?
It's always a pleasure.
Yep. Like the content. Share with anybody else, Roundup, that needs to get involved with real estate investing. Y'all don't hoard this information. The good minister was like, man, don't be guilty of holding information. Share it. The more you give, the more you'll be blessed. Roundup, Real Estate Investing Foundations coming Memorial Day weekend. Make sure you get your email address in so you don't miss the goodies. You know we're going to have some goodies for you. Talk to you soon, Roundup. Peace.